So it appears that Inart are gearing up for some brand new announcements. Let's take a look. Hi everyone, welcome to One Six Figure Focus, and in this video we're going to take a look at some images. I don't know, are they leaked images or what? I don't like saying leaked images because this is not like new. You've probably seen them on social media and stories and Facebook pages and whatever. So I get up today and Phil, otherwise known as Phil, no joking, otherwise known as Rogue One Photography, who streams with us every Monday on this channel on The Hope Show at 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, 3 p.m. East Coast, and midday if you're on the West Coast. So anyway, he streams with us every single Monday, and we have a Instagram group to obviously manage and organize the show and stuff like that. So shout out to Phil, Rogue One Photography, who shared a few images, and then I also shared a post as well. I want to give credit to the person who posted this. Let me see, find this person. So Phil shared the initial few photos with me, and then he posted it's Wayne_collectors. So on Instagram, Wayne_collectors. So that's the person who kind of took a few of these photos as well. So it's a kind of a mishmash of some of the photos that Phil sent me and some of the photos that guy from his post. So what is this? I understand that Inart are due to have some special showcase, not a Comic Con, but every now and then they do these like a toy fair on the 18th of this month in Tokyo, Japan. Now I'm not sure where these images are coming out of, but I saw a post by Steve or Evil Sneaker, well, previously known as Evil Sneaker, but now Figures in Fandom, where he was saying that these are possibly from Malaysia. But I do know on the 18th of January and the 18th of this month, they are doing some sort of a showcase in Tokyo, in Japan, where they're going to showcase some of their 1/6 Inart figures and then their 1/12 line Morphig. But I don't know, is this is this actually Japan, or is this actually Malaysia, and they're in Malaysia this week and Japan next week? So I presume they're in Malaysia this week and then Japan next week. Anyway, so we've got a few kind of teases and then a few other, I don't even know, these images, they look like they were on some sort of big screen or something like that. But anyway, let's go through a few of these. Some of these, they won't surprise you. There'll definitely be a lot of hypes around them. There'll definitely people very excited around them, but they won't surprise you because they have actually mentioned doing them already directly. And other ones may be a bit more surprising. So these are the images. We have apologies for quick interruption to this video. If you're watching this video right now, hit the like button, and more importantly, hit the subscribe button. It really helps me grow the channel, and the support is greatly appreciated. Back to the video. Ben Affleck's Batman. So this, I'd imagine this is from BVS, because having watched it the other day, I can tell you, if you look at the stuff on the right there, do you know what? I'm going to go through these first of all. I'm just going to go through every single figure that was kind of teased, and then we'll look through the individuals. So we got Ben Affleck's Batman, which I believe is from BVS. We have the Wonder Woman from, I think it's actually, there's outfit there from BVS. Seems to be swap out parts from BVS and Justice League. Then of course you have the Superman. That's the Christopher Reeve Superman, and a Clark Kent as well. These Walking Dead figures, you've got Rick. I remember them showing a prototype of Rick before it, some sort of a showcase or toy fair over the summer, or maybe it was early September. Definitely remember them showing Rick Grimes. He looked excellent, to be fair. They showed a Daryl as well, who looked great. And that on the left there is a Negan. I can't remember, did they show a Negan before? Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Let me know in the comments section down below. They also showed this. So we've got on the left, we got Draco Malfoy. So this is from Harry Potter. And of course, then we have Severus Snape as well. And they both come with a lot of dioramas and stuff. So, and then, last but not least, diehard Lord of the Rings fan will be really excited. Yeah, so this, you can see this, like, there's some sort of a massive screen, and they're projecting these images onto the screen. So I presume this is like an Inart showcase, and then people and press and stuff can see what they have in store for the next few months or years. And that looks to me like Frodo on the left, and then Samwise Gamgee. Okay, Frodo Baggins and Samwise Gamgee. I can see like a lot of Lord of the Rings fans getting very, 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 very excited about this. No Merry and Pippin though, and in fairness, if they're going to do the Fellowship, they really need to do a Merry and Pippin. So what do you have? They've released Gandalf, they've released Aragorn, Legolas is up to pre-order. they have to do Gimli then, really. I mean, the big taking Gandalf out of it, the trio that were always battling the orcs and stuff like that, and they fought side by side, really, for the most part. The most action were from Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas. So they're going to have to do Gimli. So that'd be Gandalf, Aragorn. They've done Legolas stuff for pre-order. Okay, then you have Frodo and Samwise Gamgee. So who are you missing then? They're going to do a Gimli. They have to. And then Merry, Pippin, Boromir, 9. I think I'm not the biggest Lord of the Rings fan. Like, I mean, I think the trilogy, the original, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, I'm not too gone on the Hobbits, but the Lord of the Rings trilogy, yeah, it's definitely it's one of the best trilogies out there, if not the best. Again, that's all subjective. My favorite's the Dark Knight trilogy, but you have to admit the Lord of the Rings trilogy is fantastic. Seen it numerous times, kind of rewatch it every now and then. Plus, filmed in New Zealand. I mean, have a soft spot for that country. So yeah, absolutely beautiful scenery, just stunning cinematography. I'm not going to bore you, but they're doing Lord of the Rings stuff. Great. Okay, so let's take a few things. Look at some of these things. So what I'm seeing here, let me see. So this is the Ben Affleck Batman, and this is from. It looks to be BVS. It makes sense because I just got that Henry Cavill Superman from Inart in yesterday. Man, every time I have one of these figures in, I know it's coming, and you get excited when you get the tracking. There's only a few days left, and you're following the tracking, and when again you are excited. And as I was looking forward, I'd say I was looking forward to the Inart Batman getting delivered, the rooted Pattinson one. I was looking forward to the Superman, the BVS Superman that I received yesterday. But I wouldn't say I was like drastically excited. I knew they'd be good. But when I got them in hand, I gotta say, they are pretty damn spectacular, and I'm loving having them. So yeah, I knew they'd be good. But yeah, great. So this must be the BVS Superman, or BVS Batman, should I say. So what do you get? You seem to get the figure, I imagine magnetic base, and that magnetic base is very similar to the BVS Superman, which, like I said, I've just been released a few months ago and I got it there yesterday. You're going to have a Ben Affleck head sculpt. That head sculpt does look rooted, but okay, how can you tell? It's a tiny, really blurry image. But even from here, you can see the likeness looks pretty good. It's going to be better than that Batman on the bike from the Flash anyway. But apparently that was a licensing issue and stunt double. You got a few swap out hands. Then on the right hand side of this, you've got a cowl that you can remove. You've got, I don't know what that thing on the right is, in between the cowl and the batarang. So I can see the batarang. Underneath that I can see, oh, that's nice. They have that kind of branding. It's like a batarang, but it's the branding device. It's like the thing they used to brand the criminals, which was a smaller batarang which was heated up. So that looks to me what that is. You've got a canister. I know he used a canister like a smoke bomb or something at one stage there. I can't remember the exact part of the movie. And on the left there, you've got the 2 kryptonite gas cylinders. Just going to move myself here now. You have on the bottom is grappling gun with the piton that comes out of it. You have got the gun that he uses. Is that 2 guns? Because I can't. It's hard to tell. It's very hard to tell actually, because I was about to say it doesn't make sense for this guy to have the gas canisters, because the gas canisters were fired by him when he was in the armored suit. Okay, I'm going to continue on. The rifle at the bottom is what he uses to shoot the tracking dart onto Lex Luthor's truck. His goons were going to pick up the kryptonite, I think that it was. And I can't tell if that's 1 gun or 2 gun, but it looks like the gun that shoots the gas cannon, the gas cylinders. I can't remember. Fact check me there in the comment section there if you wouldn't mind, just so I can, just so you can keep me honest there. But it does look like the gun that he uses to shoot the gas canisters, the kryptonite gas canisters, when he's wearing the armored Batman suit. And that thing in the top middle, picture's blurry and it's just not ringing any bells. I can't quite tell what that is. So yeah, let me know in the comment section. But yeah, people are gonna be hyped for this. People love Ben Affleck's Batman. Not me, but yeah, not for me. But it does look good, and well, as much as I can tell from this blurry image, but look, I'd rather have them than not. So then you have another highly anticipated figure here. We've got Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman from the DCEU. You have two different looks. You've got the armor on the left, which I believe is BVS. Again, I'm not the biggest DCU fan, but I did watch it the other night, and I think that's what she was wearing. I can't quite tell. I think one's Justice League and one is BVS. If I had to say the one on the left is BVS and the one on the right is Justice League, it's kind of more muted. I'm not entirely sure. You've got the sword, that lasso of truth, and looks like another magnetic base. Looks like the likeness is good, and the I'm guessing this is going to be rooted here as well. So a lot of people are going to be happy with that. Then they get to complete the trio, the BVS trio, the Superman, Batman, and of course Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. Yeah, I'm not too. It's a controversial take, but I mean, she looks the part. I just don't think. Okay, she looks the part. She's absolutely beautiful, but I don't think she's a particularly good actress. And to be honest, like, while she looked the part, every time she came on screen in BVS, I noticed that Snyder put in that kind of her anthem, and it was just kind of like overused to the point where it was corny. And yeah, just look, DCU just really wasn't for me. I like aspects of it. Man of Steel, parts of BVS, the Suicide Squad, James Gunn's one, but after that I can kind of leave the rest of it. But anyway, so my wallet is safe on this. My wallet is safe on this. This one here, wallet is safe and it won't be getting. Look, I just think, like, when I think of Superman, I think it's Henry Cavill. I think he absolutely nailed the part. I know. Christopher Reeves is the GOAT for the vast majority of people, the vast majority of collectors, and people kind of say, like, I suppose my age and older. Yeah, never really gravitated towards these movies. Maybe I need to go back and watch them again, but I think they're kind of ones you kind of have to see when you're young. They're pretty dated at this stage. But look, all due respect though to Christopher Reeves, he's very highly regarded. And from what I can tell here, these look good, but we have seen these prototypes before and they did not look that great. I think shout out to Ian, aka Agent Silverfox. He was saying it'd be great if the Clark Kent there, actually you could open the shirt with the Superman logo, so you could have him posed opening the shirt. And I think a lot of people do want that, and if anyone can do it, Inart can do it. Won't be J&D anyway. But yeah, these two look good again from what I can tell from these blurry photos, and unfortunately a lot of these accessories are going to be lost to me. I can see the newspaper, that's fine. I can see some sort of kryptonite, some swap out hands, and a few little bits and pieces that I don't really recognize because it's been a long time since I've seen these movies. But yeah, again, like, if you look at these, BVS Batman, crowd pleaser. Okay, that will sell. Same as the Gal Gadot Wonder Woman from the DCU. That's going to make a lot of people happy. Like, I love seeing this for multiple different reasons, because it's going to keep a lot of my collector friends happy. It's going to keep a lot of the people who subscribe and watch my channel happy. People have been crying out for these figures, and like, I know that they've got them from Hot Toys, but maybe they want something a bit more, higher quality or more screen accurate or whatever. And this one here is just a massive fan favorite. This 2-pack I think is going to fly off the shelves. No pun intended. And again, Harry Potter, maybe it's not as popular as, say, Lord of the Rings or some of the DCU stuff, but okay, that's not an accurate statement. Harry Potter is a global phenomenon, but in, say, the 6 scale community, I see it wouldn't be as popular in the 6 scale community. That's what I'm trying to say. And it still is popular, but I think maybe a lot of the people in 6 scale, from what I can see from my own channel analytics and people I stream it and people I speak to, they're people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, they're 30s plus. I know there's people, collectors in their 20s, I get that, but predominantly it's people with, say, they've done a few years in their job, they've got, enough income to spend money on this discretionary stuff, and they're going back, reconnecting with, say, like, characters that they love from the 80s, like, I know, 89 Batman, or like Terminator, or the 90s, like the Matrix stuff, or whatever, Blade, or whoever. Whereas I think a lot of those people in that age demographic, definitely people 40s plus, this would be a bit after their time. It was definitely after my time. By the time these came out, like, I was in secondary school or college even, like, so it just didn't gravitate towards you. I've seen them all, they're well-made movies. I get the appeal. Maybe if I was a kid I would have been into them, but yeah, not so much. But you have Draco Malfoy and Severus Snape, so that means they have released Harry Potter, they've released Ron. I'd say Hermione is probably within the next few months, I'd imagine. They're the big three then from the first movie. I'm not sure what movie these are branded, but like he looks quite young there, so I do think that Draco Malfoy is going to be from the first movie. And look, why would they have Severus Snape not from the first movie? So again, and look, you can see a lot of the accessories. Let's look at Draco there. So I was about to say magnetic base, but I don't know what Inart are doing anymore. I like the magnetic bases, but they need to tweak it better. The tracks thing doesn't do it for me. I don't like that. Just put a magnet, a circular magnet. This is not sponsorship. A circular magnet underneath whatever diorama base you have. Job done. I'm not sure why you can't do that. Maybe the magnet will. I don't know. Maybe the magnet will pull the magnets in the heels in different directions, or I'm not entirely sure. But I like the magnetic bases, but they're not. They need a bit of tweaking. I haven't had any issues, but I'm used to posing figures without stands, without waist grabbers, without crotch grabbers, and just relying on flat feet, center of gravity, and again, not the most dynamic pose either. But anyway, I don't know if that's magnetic or not. It comes with his like broom thing for Quidditch or whatever. He has Slytherin scarf, the sorting hat, his kind of cape, a very fancy leather chair. I wonder, is it real leather? No, that's definitely plastic. Looks like be a few swap out hands, and I can't tell what the other things are. Snape then seems to be okay. The robe is draping really nice anyway. I'd imagine it's rooted hair, and I can't tell very much from this blurry image, but I'm glad to have it. The premium edition comes with, I know, it looks like some sort of a magic effect or something. And maybe maybe the standard edition is just Snape on the magnetic. Are they magnetic? Who knows? Snape on the base, and then the stuff on the right maybe comes with him. With the premium edition comes with all that other stuff. It looks like a little science lab or cauldrons and stuff like that. So yeah, like I mean, it's nice that they're doing different. It's not Star Wars. It's not Marvel. It's not DC. Going back again. The last thing that I think I've spoke about the DC stuff. So they plan on doing Ben Affleck's BVS Batman, a Wonder Woman which seems to have swap out parts from two different movies, a Clark Kent and Superman 2-pack from the Christopher Reeves movies, Draco Malfoy and Severus Snape, and last but no, Lord of the Rings, obviously I mentioned them, alright. So that's obviously, Frodo, Samwise Gamgee, there's way too much stuff here too. I'll do my best. A bunch of swap out hands. You've got on the right there, that vest, is it mithril? I'm gonna have my nerd card revoked here. I think it's the vest that he puts on, and it prevents him from getting stabbed, or kind of saves him. He's got obviously the ring and the chain around the neck. Seems to be like that thing on the right bottom. It kind of looks like a candle, or is it a little camp? It could be a campfire. They're always eating breakfast and second breakfast and all that stuff. Seems to be a bunch of little satchels and stuff like that. Looks like a pipe, possibly. Looks like a random stick. I can't remember what that is. And a dagger and a sheath. Yeah, look again. Pots and pans. Yeah, there's definitely pots and pans there. So yeah, there's a lot of, and I think there's a water thing there. I remember Samwise giving Frodo water as well at certain points in the movies. And there's the little device. It's like a little glass. Fair play if you're still watching. This is tough going. The little glass thing that lights up when the spider comes to attack him. I'd say any Lord of the Rings fan here is watching this knows every single bit of that. But look, I'm doing my best here. And last but not least, these are intriguing again because they're not Marvel, they're not Star Wars, they're not DC. So you've got Daryl Dixon, Rick Grimes, and you have Negan. In fairness, like, I thought Walking Dead started off really well. I thought it was solid right up to the point where Negan came in, and I think it peaked when Negan, offed a few people. If you know, you know. And he was just really entertaining. Like, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is so entertaining to watch. But I think maybe when it hit the point where, like, they kind of, like, kept him as a pet, I was kind of over it at that stage. And yeah, but, like, there are some amazing episodes. I do think it's a good show. It just could have finished better, and it could have finished sooner. I think if they maybe called it a day after 6, 7, or 8 seasons, fair enough. I think it went on for 10 seasons. And then there's, you know, some key characters left, and it was just like, yeah, they had a great thing going for those first 6 seasons anyway, and Negan's a badass. But yeah, so these ones here, I've seen the prototype. I think it was an early prototype in a toy fair a few months ago of Rick. He looked great. Daryl Dixon, vaguely remember seeing a prototype of him. I can't remember, did I actually see a prototype of him, but he looked pretty good as well. And Negan, these are ones that I'm going to get FOMO on, because when I think of Walking Dead, it's so well made, and it really kept me intrigued for, like, I watched the whole thing. 10 seasons, a big commitment, and I never felt like I was wasting time watching it. I was always entertained, more so for those first 6 seasons. But the standard, like, was very, very high for some of those episodes and some of those seasons. For example, season 2, episode 7, when they open up that barn. If you know, you know. I remember watching it, and there's this scene, like, where Shane is basically saying that he wants to take control, and that you know, Rick is too compassionate, and he's not strong enough to take control. And then they're on Herschel's farm, and they open up the barn, and a bunch of zombies come out, and then Rick does something which even Shane wouldn't do. And it's so well done with the emotion in it, and when everyone realizes what has to be done, but no one wants to do it, even Shane, after he was talking the big game, and then Rick does what has to be done, even though it was a hard thing to do. The music, the slow motion, the cinematography, everything, stunning stuff. I remember after that I going, this has no business being this good. And I was like, who directed this? It was Frank Darabont. Like, produced a lot of it, apparently. I think it was the first few seasons, or definitely episodes in it. Frank Darabont, like, directed The Shawshank Redemption. Pretty big deal. So the standard's high. Okay, so look, this is exciting stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing actual images in this, and not just like photographs of images on a screen. But I'm thankful to have it. So shout out to Wayne Collector and Phil Rogue One Photography. Looking forward to seeing these and the footage coming out of that showcase next. I think it's on the 18th in Tokyo. Looking forward to seeing when these go up for pre-order, and the price, and looking at all the prototype images and seeing, like. But yeah, I think I'm safe on all these. I don't plan on collecting The Walking Dead. This could be the one that out of nowhere I might change my mind, though. Won't change my mind on Harry Potter. Won't change my mind on Lord of the Rings, even though I think Lord of the Rings is fantastic. And not in on this or this or this. So while it's pretty safe, might have a moment of weakness in The Walking Dead, but I don't think so. Either way, great announcements, folks. If you're still watching, thank you very much. That's the end of the video. If you want to support the channel, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Let me know if you're interested in any of these or not. I know the images aren't great, but look, I'm thankful for them all the same. We will get better images with a little bit of patience. You can also, become a channel member if you want to support the channel in that way. You can also follow me on Instagram and X. That's it. That's the end of the video. See you in the next one. Good luck.